Good afternoon, hello, it's Daniel, this is the TriathlonDan YouTube channel. Today is another day of triathlon training, and today I feel like I'm getting into a bit more of a routine. Like, this feels more normal now, just get a run in at lunch, and I'm heading out on the bike tonight. Feels like we're starting to make some progress. It helps that I've been, started from like ground zero with my running 2 and a bit weeks ago. So almost every run I'm feeling a little bit better. And the same on the bike, to be honest, so just enjoying those gains and improvements while they last. And the weather certainly helps. So today is going to be a 40 to 45 minute, I say steady run up a big hill, so it'll be hard running uphill, but easy on the way down. Get that done. Afternoon at work. See you tonight on the bike. Clockwork. Let's go. Okay, given that I've carried this camera the whole way around the run, I figured I'd do another clip just talking about what my actual run plan is. Now, normally when you enter an event or have a challenge or have an objective, well, I tend to work backwards from there. So you look at what the date is, what the requirements are, how far do you need to be able to swim, bike, run, work backwards, build up accordingly. Of course, best laid plans and all that. I'm on a different timeline. I'm following the timeline of my body, because regardless of when those events are, I can only do what I can do. So Outlaw Half in 3.5 weeks. I'd love to be running 10, 12 miles by now at a time. That ain't happening. So what I'm doing now is, so 2 weeks ago, I did a couple of run walks in Mallorca, and then did one 20-minute or 25-minute constant run. Last week, I did 2 40-ish minute runs and one 10-minute run, so 3 runs in a week. This week, this is my second 43, 44-minute run. I'm going to do one more this week, so building up that frequency of consistent running. Going ahead to next week, really, I've only got like, 2 weeks training left, really, haven't I? I'm going to try and do 3 runs again next week. But one of them I'm going to try and make longer, so 6-7 miles. Then the week after, similar, and I don't think I'll increase the frequency any more than that until after Outlaw Half. The risk is just too much. I like my hamstring still, I'm not quite sure about it. I can feel it a bit today, but I couldn't feel it the other day, so it's like, I don't know. So what I think what I'm doing is limiting the frequency. Although I find frequency is good for my fitness, limiting the frequency is enabling me to manage that a bit more, and then I'll just take a stock check after Outlaw Half and see where I'm at, see if that caused any more difficulty, etc. So 3 times a week, do what we can. That'll give me 2 long runs, I think, before I'll also, if I can just do 7 or 8 miles and 7 or 8 miles, hopefully that's enough to get me round on the day ish. We'll see. Anyway, see you tonight for a bike ride. We're actually doing a session on the road in a club ride tonight. Talk to you about that a bit. So this time of year I find is like a difficult time of year to be fully coached by somebody, because, well, for me it is. Maybe I'm riding outside this week, maybe I'm not, depending on the weather, etc. So tonight's session was planned to be 5 times 10 minutes tempo, off of 2 minutes recovery, but it was like low tempo, really only just out of zone 2, because at the end of last week I was feeling quite poor, whereas the last 2 days I felt a fair bit better. So if the brief would have been, oh, I'm feeling a lot better, it might have been a bit higher. But with me going out the road tonight, I'm getting my social in, talking to the lads on the club ride. That's much better than me just being a hermit and sitting on the turbo. So I'm just adapting the session. There's 2 big climbs on the route, and then it's rolling in between. I'm going to ride zone 2 in between, but really I'll be having to press on a little bit, I think, to stay with some of the guys. Then I'm just going to ride the climbs at tempo. I'll do the lap button so I can see what the numbers are like, but just give me a bit of structure without going too crazy. And also, like, coach wants to see what's happening with the body at tempo power, so that's what I'll give him. So yeah, it gives me a bit of structure while still getting that enjoyment in, so let's go get it done. Behind every elite athlete, high performer, there is a superstar support team. Yeah. I don't know who those people are, but they are that setup. Sam Long actually saw it the other day, didn't we? Yeah. Anyway, I didn't miss you within 15 minutes of leaving the house though, unfortunately. Sorry, Liz. Oh, that's a shame. Sorry about that. Anyway, right, ride done and dusted. I'll leave the stats on screen. Hello, Ronald. I mean, it's not amazing, but I'm so much better than I was a couple of weeks ago. So my legs now feel screwed. I feel like I've had a real hard ride, and it has been hardish, but not like savage. I lapped the 2 hills. I think the second one was about 290, and the first one I don't really know, probably similar. That was a decent effort, and then in between that and before and after, it's spikier than just riding zone 2. So I'm calling that quits for about what the session is, and hopefully a coach agrees in some way, shape or form. But yeah, just happy to get it done, making the most of it being sunny and warmish. It was freezing this towards the end. I was the only one not in a gilet or arm warmers. So I'm getting a scowl. I will.
I'm upset at what you just said.
What did I say?
That you didn't miss me.
Not like. Are you joking or not?
No! Not that I'm
As
joking.
soon as I
Don't
left,
get my face on
as soon as I left this house, I thought I wish Liz was here. As soon as I left the door, 'cause I thought she'd love this ride. I thought I wish I was gravelling with Liz on a new bike. Is that better?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So, what's tonight? What's the tea? Fish and what?
Fish cake.
Fish cake.
Potatoes and salad.
Okay.
Just one piece of kefir, so you're having it.
Okay. My new diet is fish and a rice cake. See how the internet likes that? Fish and a rice cake. Okay, right. Thanks for watching. Hit like, subscribe. See you tomorrow at 1 o'clock. Tomorrow I'm not riding the bike. I'm having an off day. Dirty review at the weekend. I need to recover a little bit before that. And I'm looking forward to getting stuck in that. God, I hope I like coleslaw.
Well, I'm doing. No. 1, get me off the camera. And 2, I was only putting it on because I'm throwing it away anyway. I just got out of the shower.
As soon as this camera goes off, I'm eating the rest of that coleslaw. I'll go back on the plate now. Okay, bye. Good night.